Like always, it's a hot day and it's 10 o'clock and this pond has got the full sun shining and beaming on it, which is making the pond quite hot. It is 10 o'clock and the water is still cold, but around lunchtime it's probably going to change temperature. It looks a little bit messy because I just finished mowing the lawn, but I'll get a net and start scooping some stuff out soon. Anyway, so today's project is to try and do something about this shade problem. I think the best way to go about it is to put a sunshade. So I've got these hut here which I can probably tie to. Got one tree and I've got this hut over here. Got some old rope lying around. See how it goes. I brought this sunshade. It's just only $8.50. Now the problem is it's just only 2 meters wide, but it's 5 meters long. So not sure how I'm going to do it. I might need to buy a second one, but I'll just have a look and see how it works. Okay, I know it looks ugly, but I've just got it temporarily tied on. I just want to see how much of the pond it covers, and by the looks of it, it covers pretty much 80% of the pond, which is alright, to be quite honest. I have finished and this is the final result. So just a shade, 4.5 meters long by 2 meters, and it's just $8.50. So not a expensive fix up. So it covers most of it, it's covering about 70% at the moment. Before it was covering 80%, but the sun's moved. It's around about 2 o'clock, and that is a huge difference. That is cool, and the wind kind of helps as well, but that is a whole lot better than yesterday. Yesterday it was just so warm, no wonder the fish died. Yeah, that's heaps better. If I go down a little bit deeper, it should be a lot cooler. And I brought some more plants as well. The view from up here isn't too bad. It's not that standing out that it's ugly or anything. It just looks like a normal shade. Yeah, so I think that should do. We'll get some fish and we'll have another go. We just brought 2 fish. They were $2 each. Now these fish are ready to eat. So if they die, we just eat them. Pretty simple. Yeah, the water's a little bit cooler than yesterday, so hopefully heat is not an issue. This is the same fish that we brought the other day, except these are a big size. This is what they grow up to be. So there's a guy that's just around the corner where we bought this from, these fish. He sells it about $3.60 per kg. These are roughly about half a kg or less. So we got it for about $1.80 each fish. So we just started off with 2 fish. We'll see what happens. If they survive, of course they'll just keep being here and keep getting bigger and bigger, and I can get to study them a little bit more and see what they do. By the looks of it, they're not a very active fish, which is probably explains a lot why I'm not getting any bites at the lake, because if they're not an active fish, they're not eating. Anyway, we'll see if they are still alive tonight. and then we'll see if they're alive the next day and the next day, and keep an eye on them. We just came back from the market, and there's a guy selling fish and other pets, and I decided to get some goldfish and some other tropical fish because these two fish is absolutely boring. All they do is just stay still in one spot. They don't swim or move around or anything. All they do is just hang there, and that's all they do. They just basically just hide away. So I want, you know, just a few fish swimming around. You can release it. So these fish, they don't grow up to be too big, and also those little ones with a big tail, like a fan, you can find them in most pot plants, like pot plant that's been converted into a fish pond, like a mini fish pond, and they do survive quite well, so that's why I chose them. Anyway, I just want something swimming around, being active.
Pour it now.
How can I?
Yeah, you pour it on the top.
Yeah, you can just pour it on the top, and then they'll just slide down.
That slide down. Don't hold them too.
Oh no! Who got stuck?
Okay, then.
Is it still alive? Yes.
Yes.
Now we'll see what happens.
They're way more active than the other fish.
It's been about 24 hours now since I put all the fish in the pond, and I'm happy to say that after all that time, only one fish is dead. But every other fish is okay, so I reckon it's good news. As you can see, there's some small goldfish there, and all the other fish, that pot plant keeps falling down, all the other fish are still alive. The big fish that I brought, they're still there. The bigger fish is just there. I'll poke it and probably swim over to the other side. There it goes. Pretty hard to see, but yeah, they're both alive. Someone did mention to make this roof area out of bamboo and grass, which will look absolutely amazing, but it will be very, very expensive. It will look cool, it will look absolutely great, but very expensive project. So I think just the $8.50 sunshade will do for now. Anyway, so next week on payday, I will top up this fish pond, get all types of fish, breed them, and then yeah, just enjoy just having a pond. It's nice and peaceful. It's just nice looking at some water stuff and seeing some fish swimming around. I'll probably try to get some fish that are edible, not like some more goldfish or anything, but you know, edible fish that if I want to have fish for dinner, I'll just fish it out of my own pond. That was the idea anyway. Yeah.